Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back to another episode of Colombian Space Initiative in Supreme Ultimate. And in the previous episode we did manage to clean up a fair bit of the areas down here. Actually, we got this group down here that we could move in, maybe down there. I reckon they might be a good unit to have over there because they can get across the rivers and they are relatively quick. Okay, this is going to happen without artillery support, but I think we'll be okay. At least the infantry is going down quickly. And most of the garrisons. Okay, we are taking a fair bit of casualties on the chieftains there, which is slightly unfortunate. Oh, and now they run out of supplies as well. Lovely. Well, at least we clean up that one. Right, I think the next thing that we need to do, okay, so we've got artillery group down here. Keep moving them further north. These troops need to rest there. I'm going to build a barracks down there, because that is on the railway here, so it's going to be relatively easy to reach. The reinforcements, or rather the artillery, have not arrived in their locations yet. It's time to get the Green Berets out of there though. And you can probably get into that town. We've got the submarines there, they should be resupplied already. I'm going to send these submarines down to... there you are. Down there. We have the reach, so we can actually shoot 2 hectares away with our submarines. So that shouldn't be a problem. Great Britain actually likes us now. That's a bit surprising. Because every now and then they just suddenly decide that they hate us. Yes, we do have supplies in there. We should have supplies in here as well. So we're going to move in the group down that way. Unit design completed. RCAX Windchild Recon. Is there anything else that we need to research? I don't think so. There might be some transports that we could get, but we got a pretty good transport already. That I believe we bought the design. BBI-1 Summit might be something that we could get. I mean, it has a decent damage, but at the same time, it's going to be a bit obsolete ship by the time we get any of those builds. At least I think so. I'm getting the military vessels 46 soon. Let's just get the troops in position. We can move these to give a bit of supply still. But yeah, if we can capture this town, then we can certainly go down that way, do a river crossing over there to get there. And into Puerto Nacional, and then get Palmas. And then the next one is all the way there. I don't think we can reach that far. Let's actually get these forward first, because that's what I said earlier that I would like to do. That was fairly good timing there. Barely any casualties. Right, we'll let the supplies to spread there for the time being. We've got a little bit of troops there, and these areas are switching hands one way or another rather constantly. Get some troops down there. These troops may need to actually rest at the city, so I'll take you guys out of there. Send you there. We got some of the artillery over here. Question is, do we want to go down there first? Or down here? I'm not entirely sure. We've got these troops though. I think it's time for us to move in and capture the town. Hopefully we'll have enough firepower to not lose anything, destroy the enemies. I mean, it looks rather good. We can get those in there, we can get the artillery a little bit closer. We've got a lot of artillery support here, so I think it's time to move in these. You can start moving down that way, and these can maybe move into the city. And it looks, or sounds like we are sinking some enemy ships again. Which I'm all for. You can go and clean up that one, because it's only industrial complex, they don't get as good defensive bonuses there. Actually no, you can probably get down here. Provide some support on that one, then these units can get on the railway. Oh, actually here's the question, do we go, we may need to go for that one first, so how about you actually go over there? Let them get their supplies back from their travels. Oh, who declared war? Can I declare war on St. Pierre and Mick? St. Pierre and Mick, is that? Yeah, it's down there. So wait, are they independent? Yeah, they're a democracy, so I guess they are. Well, I guess Canada is going to conquer them. Oh, and USA is having the... Okay. Interesting. Right, so let's have a look at the situation down here. There seems to be a fair bit of skirmishes down here in the Middle East. Whereas... Oh, wait a minute. No, that is still a colony. Pretty Cyprus. Alright then, over here, how's the situation? Well, there's a little bit of skirmishes between the sides there, but nothing too impressive yet. And then, of course, the war over here in the east is still a massive stalemate. Neither side has the supplies to do anything. That's a massive amount of units just sitting there. Right, let's have a look at our situation, though. So there's still that pocket there. There might be a unit in there. We've got a fair bit of the units down here. I believe that is a total of 15 Green Berets here. Let's actually just send the entire group down there first. Got another artillery group here. We'll probably move it down here, actually. You can move across there so that these can get into the city and start repairing. Now, the question is, do we go for that one? Probably, actually. Because I don't know if we need to go and capture that. Probably not, now that I think of it. Right, these units should be good to go into combat. We're also getting to the barracks, and barracks is still taking 14 days to build. It's going to be more or less built by the end of the year, or end of the month rather, not end of the year. It's only April. Okay, that was fairly effective. That sounded like torpedoes somewhere. Question is where? No, I need you to go there. Let's get the artillery within reach again. These troops need to rest for a little bit longer. Sending the troops down there. Okay, that is actually a lot of garrisons in there, but I think we can manage this. Imperial Mech has been eliminated. Okay, and I'll go and get that city. These need to probably rest for a few moments. So we can utilize this group and the tanks down here to capture there. I mean, we can especially use some artillery within or over here to help them. Shouldn't be too bad. 4 garrisons, soon to be 3, and then 2, and you know the drill. Right, let's get the artillery within reach. We can probably use the foxholes in this combat. The Green Berets can move in there. Once you are getting ready, yep, that should be good. So we should be able to capture that rather soon. Let's have a look at the supports again. So military approval rating is still... Oh, it's actually gone up a little bit. Just barely. I mean, we haven't been keeping that massive speed in combat here. Getting still some of the troops that we sent from south up north. So we did capture that. The supplies... Okay, we got 29% supplies here. So that should be more than plenty to get up there. Okay, the artillery within there. I mean, some of this might switch hands. Okay, sounds like we were firing down here. Are these ready? I think they are ready to move up. We'll probably move these as well. They're not entirely or fully supplied or repaired yet, but it should be close enough, really. Right, so we'll get the artillery in there. This is going to be a bit of a big combat there, but hopefully we'll get this group of infantry in there in time so we can have 7 Green Berets per combat, and then we'll have some extras that can be repairing in the meanwhile. We'll probably move these a little bit closer. Alright, but you can probably move down here. What I'll do is I'll take these flank from the south, and attack from the southeast, and then these will attack along the rail. Those are still taking their fair bit of time. I wonder, I suppose if I move these over here to clean up a little bit of that mess, it might be alright. We got these troops over here. The Korean Berets at least are in good strength. So we move down that way. Those are doing alright. The Foxholes will move down that way. I believe it's Great Britain. Yeah, Great Britain wants to buy some more oil. I'll do it. And ceasefire between New Zealand and Ottoman Empire has been signed. At least we've got $1.3 billion right now, so we are actually gaining some money. You guys there. But yeah, we can take that one easy. In the meanwhile, these can probably move over here and start rolling in from the west, taking one city at a time. We can have the artillery... Oh, I didn't mean you to attack that yet. Don't be hasty. Actually, no. I wanted you to attack down there. And then we can get this to aid in that. Okay, so it took a little bit unnecessary casualties in this war, or this combat rather. But we captured the town at least. Let them resupply for a day. And then now I think it's time for these units to move into the jungle there. Let them get a little bit closer. That should be alright. These are more experienced, so they can take on a bit more damage. There we go. That's at least one that we've cleaned up so far. These troops can probably move down there, and... Oh, these should be ready to move in again. So you move there, and you move in there. Sounds like we sank another ship. There we go, so that's another city captured. Move in a little bit closer once more. Because those are doing a classical river crossing there instead of using a bridge. Oh well, that's their choice. So we've got air guns there, we've got a little bit of troops down there, but I don't think I'm going to be using them too much. We got some supplies here. I think what we're going to do is this. That is planes. Get in there, we can probably get you... We'll get the artillery group down there. We haven't lost a single unit yet in this war, but we might still do it. Or might still lose one or two. Okay, well, at least we got the artillery. Oh wow, that's actually going down rather quickly. Are these experienced units? No. Well, I mean, we did get some support over there. Alright, well that might explain a little bit. Ceasefire between Russia and China has been signed. Oh. That's a bit of a surprise. Okay, let's send you across the river there. You should be able to get into the town a little bit faster. Right, and those are still on the move. I think it's time for us to move in here and take that in the meanwhile. And then these, we can probably clean up the next town. That didn't take all that long. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you to that group and send in 3 of you over there. Oh, and that went rather well. Move the artillery a little bit closer. Move the tanks down that way. And yeah. Oh, a lot of the submarines are now heading back to resupply. Alright then, and... Oh, you're offering industrial goods. I don't need industrial goods, do I? Okay, we got a little bit of small supply. I suppose I could save up a little bit more to build up this stockpile, but I think we've done most of the construction that we were doing, haven't we? Most of it, not all of it, but most. Right, so I'll move these over here. Let's move the artillery within reach. Oh, and here we go. Units are arriving. you go there, and then you go into the town. But yeah, this area should be done rather quickly, especially now that we've got our reinforcements. And move into the city there. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. Then I believe we've got another 2 at least. Not necessarily. We've got a little bit extra anyway. Right, and then we're going to move into the city here. And yeah, the combat seems to be going rather nicely. Okay, so we can move in these, take on the next city. Is this? That is 7 units, okay. So they can move down there. We'll have 4 units reserved here for the time being. Can move down there. This unit can move into Cabo. Then we'll have another one over here that can move in this way. These need to repair, so I'll send them down to where the barracks is going to be. Okay, so you are fighting 2 cities at the same time, but you should be helping to defeat that rather quickly. We might want to get the artillery within reach though. Okay, so we will need to pull back one, send in another one to replace. Those will probably need some supplies. Get the artillery within reach over there. You can move in there now because we've got your reinforcements. And Paulista is falling rather quickly by the looks of it, but that's good. There we go, these can probably move down there, and once we clean up that, we can move in this one here to clean up the garrison there, and then over there. Oh, we actually... Did we? Wait, is this 8 units here then? 1, 2, 3, 4... It is. Okay, so you can go there. I didn't need you to be in here. Get the artillery within reach again, and this group can move into the city. May take a few moments, but that's fine. So you can go there, you can go there. Let's get this artillery over here. Slowly but surely well, actually, it's not even that slowly. The military approval rating is now less than 67%. And it's going to keep on going down the more and more we capture the cities. And just with a stack of elite guards or green berets, we can easily clean up most of this mess here. We haven't cleaned up all of this here yet, which is probably something that we should be doing. How much supplies do we have? 18%, so we should be able to reach that rather easily. Get the artillery within reach. Now focus back on here. Oh, and there they go. We have annexed Brazil. Right, well, that was rather easy. Oh, and we got the barracks just completed. Okay. That was the timing. Okay, well, let's have a look at how the war is going down here. Looks like the Central Powers have managed to retake some of the land here. And the British have still a little bit of troops skirmishing down here. I mean, it's not going all that well for the Germans either in the combats. But I think they can just push the enemies back whenever they run out of supplies. Oh, and so that's capital ship fighting against some garrisons. But we managed to do that at least. Another thing that I suppose I should do is I should clean up these 2 nations here. I actually do have pretty good war justification against the former Dutch colony. Former French one though, we probably need to support opposition or something to get the casus belli that we need. But now that we clean up that, I think what we can do is we can, for example, take these units, give them sea transport orders, get down there, and we'll get these well, this fleet down here, so we can do some landings through here. And if we do a landing, it's going to make life a lot easier and faster to capture these two. Because there's not really much infrastructure in there, not in the 1914 style anyway. Because a few days away from getting a bit more tech. That's good. We speed up to fastest. I mean, I don't think it's going to be speeding up the game all that much, because it's just a matter of so many units trying to move up. It's throttling the game no matter what, so it might be going only a fraction faster than what it was in the previous step. But hey, we managed to capture Brazil. That's something. So we got a 250 million population so far. We are of course a dictatorship, but that's not going to be changing much. So we are actually gaining a little bit of money. Getting the research done soon, and then after that we're going to get the medical MRI. It's going to take oh wow, that's going to take a while. I think we're going to increase the science funding a little bit, so it should be 90%. Yes, it is. There's still some units down here, which honestly I'm not entirely sure if I want to move all the units away from Brazil. But I can probably move a majority of the units elsewhere. Let's just do a sea transport and get them to down there. I mean, technically what I could do, because I believe I do have actually, I do have a land transit and supply treaty, so I could send in troops to help the prison down here, for example. But I'm not entirely sure that my troops are good enough to fight against the Germans. Or the German tanks, mostly. Maybe it would be a possibility, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure if I want to make Britain the well, I mean, they probably are almost the largest nation in the world. Oh, and Great Britain declared war on Gibraltar. Oh, that's a bit of a surprise. Their former colony is now getting destroyed. Seems to be going rather quickly as well. Have yet to take the capital itself. Not entirely sure why. Oh, it's artillery that moved in there. And artillery cannot capture land. Diplomatic offer, petroleum, sure. I'll take that. Right, so is there anything that we can... Oh, there are two things that we can put in. Improved carrier constructs and military vessel 51. I'll put both of those into research queue. We've got 14 research labs. Okay. Tensions go higher. Let's actually have a look. I believe we got our volatility here up as high. Right, so it's not the very high at least. Now let's have a look at the provocation. There's quite a few nations that technically could declare war on us. They're most likely not going to, but they could. Oh, we got the hoplites. Right, I believe... where do we have... We've got some air production down here, for example, so we'll take that one. And... put in a cycle for that. And deploy immediately. There we go, so we're building hoplites over there, and eventually we'll have a massive amount of hoplites there, hopefully. We're transporting a lot of troops back. Closer to home, anyway. But yeah, the question is, do we want to actually go and fight in Europe or not? I mean, that's a bit far away. It's not really something that we need to, or should be worrying about. If we have a look at the ownership, though, it's a pretty nice shade of green here. Most of South America, there's still... Well, the Falklands, I suppose it's British colonies, so I don't think we want to go there. We're trying to keep our relations with Britain good for the time being. Same with the United States. The United States has been relatively passive. I mean, they have a little bit of ships and troops in various places, but for the most part, nothing too major. We got some Green Berets down there. So we got a lot of troops overall. Let's go ahead and build some more... Actually, IF2s. Those are relatively good units overall. Okay, so the prison has certainly expanded here. Is that... Oh, there's a Guinea down here. But that wasn't the Guinea that the British captured. Alright then. Not even all that confusing, I guess. It really is. But, yeah, okay, so the Germans have been stopped down here, more or less. The problem is there any barracks down here? If we were to move in here, I think the closest barrack is down there, so repairing troops would have to go all the way down there every time. That's not really a good option. Another option would be go down here, but the enemy has probably rather long range artillery. Yeah, 41 kilometers, so it would be very painful to try to do anything there. So I think I'm gonna keep my paws off this war over here in Europe. However, it would appear that we are actually out of time for this episode. So I'll probably do another time skip. If there's something very interesting happening in the war or something like that, then I'll bring you back. And I'll probably capture these two off camera because it's just gonna be do a landing and that's it. Like, it's not gonna be particularly exciting war. Or once we get far enough in research to get a lot of good things. Also, something that I didn't show in these episodes here, I did show it in the previous try that I did recording these, is that I've been building some nuclear power in here, one small and two regular sized ones. They do produce a fair bit of electricity, so if we have a look, they produce 19,000 megawatt hours per day. It isn't all that bad. I mean, it's not all that massive compared to the entire production, but it's still pretty sizable. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.